Mike, I want big smiles today, okay? It's Monday morning. Big smiles. Okay, we're going to talk about some of the interesting games from the NFL slate this weekend. And then we've got another fun rendition of our NFL quarterback game where we're going to pair them up with different regular person jobs. Which NFL quarterback do you think would be a plumber? Which would be a finance bro, etc.? Does that sound acceptable?
It's acceptable. I love these games because it feels like in school and you show up and it's a field trip day and it's just nice and fun.
It's like when you're in class and you didn't do the homework and then there's a substitute and they roll in the TV and you're like, today we're watching a video.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. All right. But you know what? Let's start off with this, Mike. Speaking of school, I'm going to show you a couple graphs, okay? I'm just going to show you a couple graphs, and you're going to try to interpret them, okay? Tell me what this looks like.
Okay, give me a second.
Football. Yeah, interpret this.
The limit does not exist.
Okay. Shut up. All right, Oppenheimer. Okay, do you want a hint?
Okay, I interpret this. This is their win probability.
Okay, yep, good. All right, so that's, it says it at the top of the graph, win probability. Okay, you see the New York Giants win probability at its peak in the game against the Dallas Cowboys previously was 92.3. Wow, pretty good. They ended up losing that game. Bad. This is from when they played Denver. They had a 99.8% win probability at one point in the game. They lost that game. Bad. Okay. And then this past weekend against the Chicago Bears, basically a 97% win probability, and they collapsed and ended up losing the game. Okay, look at this. This is three different games where they've had a great chance, not even a great chance, an almost statistically perfect chance of winning in the fourth quarter, and they blew it. Okay, and they did it again this weekend against the Chicago Bears in a nice snowy game. And I do want to talk about the Chicago Bears. Let me ask you this, Mike. Okay, I was talking about the New York Giants previously. They have their quarterback now, Jackson Dart. He's clearly going to be their quarterback. He was playing well until he got another concussion scare. That is a problem. But I said previously, I think the Giants should hold on to Brian Daboll, their head coach, because he was so instrumental in getting Jackson Dart. Now, after seeing all of these fourth quarter collapses, is this a coaching thing when your team consistently collapses in the fourth quarter? What do you think?
I don't know. That's really interesting because game day is always about belief, and there is something in their minds where when things are too easy, they let it go. It's like they need a chip on their shoulder. They need to be doubted. And it's like when we have a guaranteed win, they're going to fumble it. It's really fascinating. I don't know if there's been any other team that has stats like this of pretty much 100% chance of winning and just throw it away.
Did you see? Look at when you add the three together, the odds of this happening are 1 in 60,000. Like statistically, 1 in 60,000 statistical chance of you blowing these three games. And so I don't know. it makes me wonder if I need to
I don't know if you can blame the coaches for that. I think that is at that point because they were put in a position to win. They were in the position to win, but for whatever reason on the field, they throw it away. And so
I will say this:
it's a fascinating thing to study and be like, how do we improve our clutch ability?
It's like a historically bad anti-clutch team. I will say this: in this game this past weekend against the Bears, the reason they collapsed is because Jackson Dart got hurt. He got evaluated for concussion, and then Russell Wilson had to go in. And of course, Russell Wilson was absolutely atrocious. I will say, just to give him a little bit of slack here, he was sitting on the sidelines for 3.5 quarters. It was like a cold, snowy game. It's hard to come in there and do anything, but he was bad. There was just no chance at all. And this is, for the Giants, good for them. They found Jackson Dart, but there's a little bit of a concern here. This is the fourth time this season that Jackson Dart has been evaluated for a concussion.
Dang, really?
He runs all the time. He's really mobile.
Yeah.
He's great running. But that is not very sustainable. What do you think about that?
I didn't realize it was 4. That's scary. Okay, but he hasn't been diagnosed with one.
Well,
Yeah,
he has,
in terms of one that made him actually sit out because
Sure.
of the
Okay,
concussion.
fair.
Okay. So he's had 4 concussions off the record. This is interesting. This is the downside of the exciting play style of him and Scatabo.
True.
It will, while it garners so much attention and spark, it does have this downside. So
Yeah. Because he has not been diagnosed with a concussion yet, but it just takes one of these like hits, one of these to knock you. And it doesn't even have to be a concussion. Just the fact that he's running all the time and he's taking these hits and he's like
yeah,
a tough guy quarterback who's lowering his shoulder and stuff, and he's a rookie and he's trying to prove everything. I would be harping on him to be sliding, to be getting down, because we already saw Scatabo explode his ankle.
yeah. He's got to take a lesson from Tua and just protect that brain of yours.
Just
See what
come
happens.
on, okay? Because there is hope for the Giants if they're able to keep these exciting, interesting players healthy. Yeah, but all right, let's talk about then the other side of this game, which is the Chicago Bears, who are okay, Mike. I know we've been critical of Caleb Williams, mainly for aesthetic choices such as the fingernails and the purses coming into the game. It's just, I don't know. It's your generation.
I didn't see the purse.
It's your generation.
Outfit and whether he wore to the game.
Yeah. And like a matcha latte. Okay. So it's just very,
oops.
It's your gen. It's your people. Okay. Caleb Williams is tied in the NFL for leading the league in fourth quarter comebacks and game-winning drives this season. So as unclutched as the New York Giants are, Caleb Williams is actually incredibly clutch. Look at this.
Dang.
Okay.
He's tied with Baker?
I think it's with Baker. And Baker tried to do it again this week, but it didn't work. Yeah. See that? See the hand? Okay. Orange fingernail polish. And then some other.
Why is he doing that? What a weird. Stop doing that.
Well, I
don't. You know what? If I was a coach, I would say you can't do that. The same way coaches get on players for having their knee pads above their knees or wearing certain socks.
Sure.
Don't paint your fingernails. It's not, you're trying to stand out. You're not, assimilating with a team. It's the same thing. You can't have your back pad showing during the game.
Okay. This is an interesting argument. Yeah. This is an interesting argument. Okay. Because I'm with you on especially in the NFL, and they have strict rules about differentiating yourself with uniform. Like you have to have your socks pulled up and everything. It's like, okay, the painted fingernails. All right. If you do that in your private life, it's hard to take it off. I have a wife, she paints her fingernails. And you know what? It takes some time and effort to take them off. So it's like, do you expect him, Mike, to go to the locker room and take it off before the game?
Yeah. Yes, I do. You have to change into the game day uniform. That's hard to put on.
Well, you know what? Maybe he can wear gloves or something to satisfy. Whatever he's doing, it's actually working. All right, we've looked at Ben Johnson's post-game speeches previously.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check it out. He gets me fired up. Hell yeah!
Okay.
Let's go, Ben.
Man, I tell you what, I feel like I'm on repeat each and every week right now. I got nothing new to say to you guys. Did you even waver for a second?
Cool.
You knew exactly we had them right where we wanted them.
Sick.
Gosh, man. Goodness gracious. Hell of a job. Took all 60 minutes. Golly, and you felt it, man. Shank, punt. You capitalized. Awesome. Hey, let me say I got 2 game balls here.
All right, great. He gives the game balls out there.
I love that.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah. That's a rare. You don't usually see that kind of speech where he's just like, "Gosh, you guys even waver for a second." I really like that energy. It's so positive.
It's a really positive. It feels super authentic, and it's like, okay, because you could take the negative approach, like they were down to a really bad team by 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Typically, you'd be like, okay, we were down, and we came out slow the first half, and then second half we finally got our stuff together. We finally played to what our caliber is. But he was just praising the team like that. It's such a great morale boost.
It is, because and this has been consistent because they've had so many fourth quarter comebacks and clutch games, is he always praises that fact that yes, and he understands that they're going to have some adversity and ups and downs inside of a football game, which is built in. That's going to happen, and he doesn't get upset about that. He's just looking at the game, at the big picture, and somehow like trusts the guys and instills in the whole team not to waver or worry if they're down or things don't go their way. Which I think this attitude is a great way. It is great, because then when those negative things inevitably do happen in a football game, it's just like, yeah, it's part of it, but we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Completely.
So I Ben Johnson is slowly becoming one of my favorite coaches in the NFL.
He's kind of sick. Yeah.
He is sick. He is sick. Okay. All right. So they're doing well. They do have a tough back half of their schedule. Actually, I did want to look. I did, Mike, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I did want to look. I mean, I'm sure you don't mind. Do you?
Yeah. I want to see it. I want to see.
Back half of their schedule.
What are they right now? Are they 6 wins right now?
They're 6-3. And it took Matt Eberflus, the previous Bears coach, like 28 games to win 6 games. Ben Johnson has done it in 9.
Wow.
They're 6-3. Their 2 of their losses were at the start of the season. All right. So here it is. And, none of these are crazy wins. None of these are crazy. We'll see. I mean, the back half of their schedule is tougher. Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Philly, Green Bay again, San Francisco, and Detroit. So now they're kind of hitting the gauntlet part of their schedule. But no matter what happens from here, it's an improvement from last year. Yeah. And I'm sure they're going to win a couple of those.
What do you think is a better schedule layout for a team to face? Is it better to have this kind of schedule that slowly ramps up, or is it better to start with your tough opponents and then be able to coast a little bit on the back half?
This is a great question, because I've been thinking about this for a couple different teams. Okay. Because basically, Baltimore is an example of a team that has really struggled and had a tough first part of their schedule, and Lamar was hurt, and they had a bad record. But the back half of their schedule, if we look at it here, actually, I think is pretty. Look, they got Cleveland, New York, Cincy again. All right, okay. They have a couple tough ones near the end, but for about 4 or 5 games here, they got easy ones,
easy stretch.
But then, easy stretch. But then if you look at Pittsburgh, and this is exactly what happened to Pittsburgh last year, is they had a lot of easy games at the start of the season, and then they were like 10-3 at one point, and then they ended up losing like their final 6 games, which I think is kind of the conversation that's happening with the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. Like, they're on top of the AFC North.
Yeah.
People are thinking that the Ravens are going to come back. I don't know. I would rather have tougher at the start of the year, I think, and then get to coach.
Interesting.
What do you think? I don't know. And then if you make the playoffs, it's tough. What do you think?
I think the correct answer is your first 2 to 3 games, easy. These are the tune-up games where you're coming together as a team. Okay, you're trusting each other. You're getting morale. You're like, hey, we're a pretty good team. You're building confidence. Okay,
Sure.
And then it ramps up. In the middle pack is where you want to start having some tough opponents, because it's and then an easy stretch after. So there's still you have an opportunity to perform really well and come together early in the season. You're geared up to face tough opponents, but you still have the light at the end of the tunnel where it's like, oh, it's kind of downhill after this. If we do well here, and then the rest we can kind of coast, and then come into the playoffs, and it really rounds out the team that way.
It's interesting how that was a trick question from you, because you said, would I rather have the start or the end? And you said, my answer is wrong. Actually, the right answer is the middle, you idiot.
Trick question. The right answer is none of the options. So should have known. See me after class, actually.
Mr. Alfieri, I'm sorry. I promise I studied. Okay. No, I actually think you're right. Couple tune-up games, get you going, middle of the season there, and then you got a couple like before playoffs where you're going to kind of. This is like
that's one thing that the Oregon Ducks do really well about their scheduling, is they always play some random team that's like rarely even Power 5 for their first game of the season. They do that really well. I think it's great. I think it's smart.
It's like Oregon State scheduling Sam Houston State at the end of their season. They're definitely going to beat them, right?
Yeah, on senior night. That was crazy.
You weren't home. You didn't go to that, did you?
No, I watched it though, and it was painful to watch.
Yeah, they blew it. I mean, Oregon State like outgained Sam Houston State 500 yards to like 140.
100, yeah. Still lost.
I'm sorry for everybody who is not interested in us talking about Oregon State football, but we are. All right. let's go back to the NFL here to another game in Germany, Mike. In Germany.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, nice.
Colts and Falcons, first game ever in Berlin. This is the 5th game.
Did you go to
ever
this?
happened. I did not. I kept the whole year. I was like, yeah, for sure go. For sure I'm going. And then the time, when you're like, somebody asks you something like 8 months in advance, hey, will you do this? Are you free on this? Yeah, for sure. And then the time comes around, you're like, oh, I gotta get a train and a hotel.
Yeah.
And
That's
I won't go.
Smart.
So.
That's how I feel with every single thing I've ever been asked to do. Oh yeah, no problem. And then when it comes, I go, I'm not gonna do that. Your mind.
You asked me to do anything next week for sure. And then next week rolls around. Ooh, I think I'm sick. All right. Back to it. So I did not go to this game. I watched it on TV like a good football fan. Jonathan Taylor went crazy. 35 total touches, 286, almost 300 total yards, 83-yard touchdown, and 3 touchdowns total. People are talking about him as actually should be in the MVP conversation for the NFL. What is your opinion? Do you think that a running back, and I know you're biased because you're running back, deserves to be in the MVP conversation in football in 2025? Or is it just quarterbacks?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? To have a great season as a running back is so much harder than to have a great season as a receiver. Now, there's so many more things have to go right for a running back to have like a good game. And also, there's a receiving aspect. So running backs are receivers as well. They're threats. Of course, they should be MVP caliber.
I will say for the Colts, look, I know Daniel Jones is having a great resurgence. Awesome. It feels like you could put a lot of quarterbacks in that situation, and the Colts would be almost the exact same. I do think that the driver of that offense is you have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL and one of the best running backs in the NFL. And that just opens things up like crazy for the quarterback.
Yeah.
There's probably a good handful of quarterbacks that could be doing really solidly there. And so I would argue that Jonathan Taylor would be the MVP of that team, which is one of the best teams in the NFL. So I do think you're right.
Okay, but you could also say the same thing about Jonathan Taylor. Any back could do that well behind that great offensive line, So I think these last couple of years in the NFL, I feel like more than ever is the conversation of, well, what if you put a different guy in that situation? And I think it's like it all started with Brock Purdy. Everybody started hating on Brock Purdy, like, well, you could put anybody in that system. And so that argument started being trickled around all these different scenarios. And I don't know, like for most good situations, you can put most players in them. The difference in ability of these athletes is so slim that like most of them could do 80% of what any one of them is doing. So,
okay. I think there is something to that. And actually, I am looking through my bookmarks right now because I have a photo of Jonathan Taylor. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Of the Colts O-line, offensive line. No, I can't find it. All right. Well, it's basically a photo of the Colts. So it's a photo of Jonathan Taylor running through a hole made by the Colts offensive line. And it's literally like 10 and a half yards wide. It's just like, yeah, I could probably pick up 8 on that. I could probably pick up 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Me at my current body. Okay. So there is something to that. But I do think Jonathan Taylor, he is the driving force of that. It is interesting with everybody with this conversation of like because this brings us to the 49ers and the Brock Purdy and Mac Jones situation.
Yeah.
It's like Brock Purdy are still out and Mac Jones, they lost. Okay. Yeah. They lost to the Rams. But their offense was pretty good. And I think Mac Jones was like 31 for 36, 300 yards, no picks. And it's just like, what do you say to this? Because it does seem like either Mac Jones is also a really, really good quarterback still, or anybody could play quarterback in that system.
I don't know. And I don't know what you do when Brock Purdy comes back. Tom Brady talked about this like for a little bit, but he's like, you have to go with the hot hand. And right now, Mac Jones at the high end. So it's going to be awkward, especially after Brock comes back and he was just paid all this money. And it's like, yeah, but this guy's he's got the hot hand. We got to let it ride out.
I think that's on one hand, you can argue, oh, what a great situation to be in. You have two quarterbacks that could theoretically play for your offense and make a run. But it's also like really complicated because, yeah, especially when you think about the money paid. Brock is like $53 million a year. Mac Jones is
sick.
$4.
I love that Brock got that contract and it's locked in. And yeah, that's great.
Good for him. Good for him. But it does bring up like a tough conversation. All right, going back to that game in Germany. What do you think of this, Mike? Okay. I hesitate to even say this, okay, because I love that the NFL is coming to Germany and that football is so popular here. And I did go, so I didn't go to this game, but I went to the first ever NFL game in Germany, in Munich in 2022. Awesome experience. And that game kind of went viral on social media because all of us fans in the stadium sang Country Roads by John Denver in the stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. You remember it went super viral. And now every single time they do a football game in Germany or an NFL game in Germany, they do it. Okay. And here it is. Okay, on the surface, awesome, really cool. But part of me feels like it's a little, as the kids say, pick me. Like they saw how endearing it was when it went viral the first, and now they're like, every time we got to do Country Roads because everyone loves it. It shows how good a fans. I don't know. Am I being
That's
too
funny? Wow. You know what? I like it. I like it. It's like, it just shows we really appreciate. Look, we'll sing your songs. Just keep giving us games over here. Well, Country Road. We'll put the American flag up. I kind of like it. It's endearing. It's. Here's what it is. It's right when a kid, there's like really cute kid, and he's getting to the age where he starts to know that he's cute. But it's right on the line before it flips over to, okay, now he's a precocious child, using his cuteness as a manipulation. And it's right before that.
Okay. But so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might argue it's right before that. I might argue it's a little past that. Maybe the kid's a little too old to be doing the look at me, mommy. Baby. Right? Shut up, Johnny. You're 8 now. All right. Stop talking with a.
Can I just say, what a reference by me, huh? What an analogy. What am I better?
That was literally the correct analogy. That was the only analogy available in human consciousness.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think it can get dangerous. I think for me right now, I still kind of like it. It could be a good tradition to have. It's
okay. There you go. All right.
Yeah, it could be a good tradition.
You know what? I'm going to look at it like that. Is it's a tradition. We always do this. Not like, do you think we can go viral again? Okay. All right.
Yeah. And everybody in the stands has their arms around each other.
Yeah. Look at how unified we are. I know. Yeah. I'm being harsh. Anyway, the Colts came back and went to overtime. Here's a great stand-up bit. The NFL game in Germany, it was tied at the end of regulation, and all the Europeans were surprised that they kept playing because they thought it was a tie. I literally just thought of that. That was good.
That's great.
Okay. So Europe, when things are ties, we keep playing to get a winner. Okay.
Yeah.
At least
it's a good lesson.
Okay. It's a good lesson. So the Colts did end up winning. It was actually a great game. Really fun to watch. Colts came out kind of dominated. Falcons, they battled back, and it was a good game. Michael Penix, though, not so good.
I don't like watching him throw.
It's because he's left-handed.
I know. It looks like he's throwing left-handed. Why are you throwing left-handed? It looks like he's not left-handed. I don't know. It just doesn't look good. That's something I always think about when you're scouting left-handed quarterbacks out of college. It's not appealing to the eye. So I'm proud of the coaches for looking past the appeal factor.
Well,
just always all the throws look a little wonky. Like the release goes, oh, this is going to be bad. And I'm always shocked when
Yeah.
they're good throws from a left-hander.
Looks like he's throwing left-handed out there. It's like,
Yeah.
is that your dominant hand, man?
Yeah.
Speaking another quarterback in his class, your favorite, Mike, your favorite, JJ McCarthy. You missed this on Friday. I went on a little talk. Okay, I don't know if you saw this. Okay. So you remember when he did the underbite thing?
Yeah.
Like, try to act real tough.
Yeah.
I sort of defended it.
No,
Okay?
you fully defended it.
No. I was playing. I was playing devil's advocate.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And I did show this on Friday, but I want to show it to you. He was asked about kind of his.
Oh, geez. Oh, this is making me sweaty just reading it.
He has named his alter ego. Here we go.
We see the intensity that like you carry yourself with on the field. Do you go to a different place in your mind, like on game day?
I feel like I do. Yeah, there's definitely a level of a switch that gets flipped. For me, it's, that I call him 9. 9 comes out, and I got to understand, like, okay, he can't be at his peak performance throughout 3.5 hours. So how do I find little ways, on the sideline, get back to my breath, get back to my visualization that could kind of maintain that intense, competitive stamina throughout the whole game. But yeah, it's just, the pure will, determination to get the job done.
Okay.
Yeah, that really worked this week, didn't it?
Yeah, I call him 9.
Yeah, on the
It's
sideline
9
after
game.
losing. Hey, where the hell's 9, guys? JJ's over there trying to summon his little alter ego. That just made me so sweaty listening to that. This is, if we were to be playing our cooler cringe game, this is cringe. As they say. I just struggle with this fabricated, like, he loves to indulge this thing where the press feeds into it. It's like, wow, you have this mental ability to tap into pushing yourself farther than you would want to. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Like, yeah, that's called being an athlete.
Yeah.
There's a level of a flip that gets switched. I'm actually not tackling people in my day-to-day life, and I flip the switch when I go play football.
Yeah, I'm always anti-flip the switch thing. Okay, yeah, we are all flipping a switch now. We're live. That's the
Yeah.
I
You know
don't
what?
like these guys who try to think they're so crazy. Yeah, and then on game day, I tackle people. Yeah, it's the game.
Yeah. So, and also, I just got to think. I mean, when you look at Ice, and as much as we're making fun of him, which he does deserve for that whole 9 alter ego thing, he's still really early on in his football career, NFL career. But I just gotta imagine that the Minnesota Vikings are just feeling sick about letting Sam Darnold go, because you watch Sam Darnold. The Seahawks played the Cardinals, and like it was 35-0 in the second quarter. Sam Darnold only had to throw 12. He was 10 for 12 and just fantastic, and he's been fantastic. One of the highest performing quarterbacks in the NFL this year. And the Vikings are now dealing with this is a bad throw, right? This is just a bad throw. And I know Justin Jefferson fell down. And look at Justin Jefferson right here giving no effort.
What is that?
Like no effort on the pick, just like jogging around. So it's not looking great there in Minnesota. I just can't believe they let Sam Darnold go. It was just really,
what a mistake.
All right, let's go. Okay, this is Bucs versus Patriots. And Mike, I'm sorry. Baker lost. Okay.
I know. So sad.
At the end of the game, Travion Henderson, the running back, he kind of broke free. And this reminds me of The Incredibles when Dash ran the race and he looked over to his parents to see what place he should get. All right, check this out. Travion Henderson looking to the sideline to see if he's allowed to score or he should go down.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's funny. That's so funny. That's so funny.
From the other angle, you can actually see he's like pointing. He's like, yeah, or that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You know what? Adorable. And like, really good awareness and lack of selfishness right there, because he was even thinking that. But
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel has got the Patriots really in a great spot. And I know them and the 49ers started the season. They've had some of the easiest schedules here. But when you have a schedule that is overall pretty easy, you have to take advantage of the games that are more difficult. And the Patriots, I think that they've done that. Like, you've only got a couple chances to play what I would call kind of like legit teams. And look at the Patriots schedule here. Okay. All right. That first one, the loss to the Raiders, throw it out because that's week 1. Anything can happen. And so if you look at kind of the tough games that they've had, okay, Pittsburgh, they lost that one, but they beat Buffalo and then they beat Tampa Bay. Like, they're taking advantage of the good teams, the few opportunities. And so even though their overall schedule is pretty easy, I think the fact that they've won these ones, they're legit. Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think that play is actually a great symbol for the culture, the selflessness of the team. He's I, for one, would never not take a touchdown. Okay. And for you to have that wide open touchdown and he's looking, what's the best thing for the team right now? What's like great, beautiful. That's beautiful.
Mike, I think you would if Mike Vrabel was your coach. No, I think he could get you. Mike Vrabel could get you to do it. Okay. Mike Vrabel, I think he's got such a good combination. He's like, think about him as a coach. Like, we see him doing all this stuff with the players and like hugging them and, doing some of the drills and stuff. He's a mix of old school tough guy coach, but also players coach who seems like he like really loves his guy. Like him and Dan Campbell. Like, I feel like there's a Belichick style, which is old school tough guy coach detached from the players. But then these new guys like Dan Campbell and Mike Vrabel, who are tough guys, but also like you can hug them. I feel like, don't you?
Yeah, I think that's the perfect archetype for coaching. You know what? Like Bill Belichick is the type seems like the type of guy who would shake his own son's hand when he comes home for Christmas. That's the difference. And like Campbell and Vrabel, or their son comes up, gives him a big bear hug, squishes him, cracks his back, but then it's still will get on him. And that's the perfect balance of a head coach.
You on fire with your references today. I mean, that's the best way to describe Bill Belichick is a guy who shakes his son's hand at Christmas. And Vrabel and Dan Campbell are going in for the bear. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. Oh. You're gonna love your presents.
And you know what? And he got him good presents too. All right. So that's all right. That's the perfect metaphor. All right, let's play our game. Okay, play our quarterback. Do you want to do it with quarterbacks or head coaches today? And we'll do the next one on Wednesday.
Describe to me the full rules of the game first again.
Okay, so it's very similar to the previous games we've played. It is. Do you remember the games? Okay, putting either starting quarterbacks or head coaches. Which of them would be these jobs? Okay, like PE teacher, plumber, finance bro, police officer. Okay. You want to go quarterbacks or coaches?
Oh, it's so hard. Let's do quarterbacks.
Okay. Which NFL starting quarterback would be a great PE teacher? And I do have the answer.
You have the correct answer?
I have the correct answer. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
It's Josh Allen. Okay. Big. What? Yes. He'd be into it. He's got the energy of a PE teacher. He looks like a PE teacher. He's big. Like, he's athletic. He's the guy. Who else is going to be a good PE teacher?
Okay. I have a unique answer here.
All right.
I kind of have two, but one of them is a name that we haven't heard in a long time, and it's Gardner Minshew. I think he's a great PE teacher. I think he's got no ego. He seems to have like no ambition, which is perfect. He could be one of these PE teachers who's not bitter about being a PE teacher and just like genuinely loves playing dodgeball. And so that's a perfect fit.
That's a great answer. Okay, Gardner Minshew. He might trump Josh Allen for me. Okay, which one would be a finance bro? Okay, and keep in mind, there's a distinction between a finance bro and an accountant, right? Finance bro, it's like those guys
on Wall Street.
He's on Wall Street
doing coke at lunch.
I work for Goldman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Who do we got? Who's got that energy? Ooh. Jackson Dart.
That's funny. I was just looking at his picture.
Yeah. He
Um,
looks like one too. And he's in
yeah,
New
he
York.
does.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. There was one other one that came to mind. So, it was good. Okay,
You lost it?
I lost it. Part of
I
me
think
thinks
Jack
Baker.
Yeah, true. But there's some other
Oh,
jobs here.
an
that make it-
undercover one is Herbert. He just kind of seems like he could have gone to an Ivy League and like he's going to his dad's firm. That's
That's
an undercover.
great. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got that energy. He could be like, oh, I went to the Hotchkiss school, and then my dad, he got me an internship on Wall
Yeah.
Street, and then they gave him the offer after. Justin Herbert,
Yeah.
you've got that. All right. Justin Herbert and Jackson Dart are finance bros. All right. Which one would be a police officer?
Okay. I got police chief, and that's Jameis Winston.
You just say that because he'd give like the police chief in a movie who has to like give a press conference.
Yeah.
And he would do great.
He's talking to the media, and then his guys come in. He goes, if you keep usurping my command, you're going to be selling parking tickets. Don't. He's one of those guys.
All right. How about this? Dak Prescott. Okay. He's got that
That's
in
great.
really trustworthy energy. Feels like he's going to be doing the right thing. I think he pulls you over.
Yeah.
You're speeding. He's going to be a little bit stern, but he's probably going to let you
Yeah.
off. Be like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Slow down. All right.
Yeah.
There's people out here. There's kids out here. Great in the community. Dak Prescott is my police officer.
Okay, I like that. I agree with that. And part of the reason I agree with that is there's something about him that just seems like he has no issue tucking his shirt in. There just seems like he's got no problem having his shirt tucked in real tight. And
He would look
kind of likes
great.
how he looks with a tucked in
Yeah.
shirt.
He would look great in the uniform.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. Okay. Which one would be a good barista? This is good. Shout out
Trevor
to my
Lawrence would
barista.
work at Starbucks.
Oh, yeah. Trevor Lawrence, actually.
Serena
Yeah, man,
Alice
you
here.
You know that Louis C.K. bit where he's like, you go into some sort of hipster coffee shop and you ask for a latte, and the guy behind the counter's like, you know what, man? Yeah, I've got like all the ingredients to make you a latte right back here for sure. Just so happens that's Trevor Lawrence. So I think he could for sure be the barista.
It's a great
Anybody
bit by
else?
Louis C.K.
A great bit.
Let's see.
Any other baristas here for us?
Oh, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is barista. He is the
Yes.
barista.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yes, I think. I think I saw him working at the Starbucks here today.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Okay, those are two great answers. Caleb and Trevor are baristas, and I'll take a venti latte, and in the fall, pumpkin spice. Okay, which one would be?
Do you order pumpkin spice
Yes.
latte?
Have you ever had one? Mike,
No, the only thing I get is grande, the one that has the most caffeine in it.
cold
Forget
brew.
it. Yeah.
No, cold brew. Okay, you're not getting a cold brew in winter. That's a lie. Oh, I forgot you're in California. All right, never mind. We have seasons here. Okay, it's like a place, with seasons.
Yeah.
All right, which one would be a wedding planner? Which starting NFL quarterback would be a wedding planner?
Jameis Winston headset. You're like, you're gonna love this. We got the great flowers. Okay.
You're giving Jameis. I mean, Jameis could do a lot of jobs. He's got a lot of ability.
We should also pick the worst possible.
Yeah, we can play that on Wednesday. Who would be the worst at it?
Okay, wedding planner.
Sam Darnold, no. Justin Fields, no. Part of me thinks, this one's tough. You know who might be good? Jared Goff. Okay, he's like a big wife guy. I can just see it. He's got the energy of a guy who's like, these are actually really good flowers. I don't know.
Okay,
you see
I see your Jared Goff, and I raise you a Josh Allen. Okay, he's all about marriage lately, loving marriage. Talks about
True.
and
You know
so
what?
he's gonna love to be a part of helping somebody else cross that line.
You know what? And I saw photos of their wedding. It was beautiful. It was not too much. It was a lot, but for like two famous rich people, it wasn't like crazy, you know? And so I think he could have good taste. All right. You know, I don't hate that. Josh Allen, he could plan it. He could plan a good wedding. All right. Mike, you've wasted your good answer because this is the correct answer for Jameis. Which NFL quarterback would be a great zookeeper? And my answer is Jameis Winston. I think he would love all the animals. He would have all the name. He would name all the animals, and he'd be like, "Oh, that's Cedric. You know, that's our penguin. He's like our favorite penguin." And then these are the parrots. I could really see Jameis being passionate and excited.
Yeah,
As a zookeeper.
sure. I see,
Sure.
and I see what you're saying.
Sure.
Part of me feels like, yeah, he would be good if he wasn't so afraid of all the animals. Part of me thinks he would if somebody else is opening the gate, he'd be standing away like this. He's like, okay, get him in the gate, I can also see that.
I don't see that. I see him hugging the animals. Okay.
Okay.
And who are
Zookeeper.
you gonna get? Who's gonna be a zookeeper? Zookeeper.
This is my job.
Shout out to our brother Anthony, whose dream job is to be a zookeeper.
Yeah, that's good. Good. Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, part of me could see it. You know what? Maybe I'm also thinking like a Drake May. I don't know. I need a little bit more data on him, actually. I need a little bit more data on his personality, but he looks like he could be a good zookeeper. It's kind of a tough one. You know, I stand by my Jameis. I think Jameis is the best zookeeper. Okay.
Yeah, might be.
All right. Last one. Who would be a great game show host? Which NFL starting quarterback would be a great game show host? Damn it.
Okay.
Damn it. Besides Jameis Winston.
Yeah. We have to start prefacing all of these with besides Jameis Winston. He is just the greatest personality. One of the greatest I've ever seen.
He could do anything. Okay. Besides Jameis Winston, who would be a great game show host? I need a little personality here.
I think one of the worst would be Trevor Lawrence. One of the worst.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
let's
so
see what's
the question
behind.
they have on the board is what would you that's what he'd be like.
You just want a new car. Okay. You know who would be good? Funny, witty, sharp, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I was actually going to say the same thing.
Got the energy,
I think
right?
you get in it. Yeah, I like that.
That is such a fun game. I love
that so much.
All right. Okay. That's all for today. Okay. That's all for today. We're going to we're going to do some more of that on Wednesday, and we'll do it with coaches. And maybe we'll do some more jobs.
Yeah.
Because
we should do some antis too. Who would be the worst?
Yeah. Anti.
Yeah.
I mean, no one else is doing this content. I mean, no one else is doing it. We are pioneers.
Yeah. Who's putting stuff out like this out there? You know, sure, there might be a reason nobody else is doing it, but we are the first.
Like, the reason is just they haven't thought of it yet. Okay. It's not that it's bad content. They just aren't creative enough or fun enough. All right.
What do you do for work? I do a podcast where we rank.
It's a fun game we do. I stand by this. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
All right. There we have it. Good stuff. Fun episode. Thank you, everybody, for watching. More to come on Wednesday. See you next time.